Before I start, wait, I just want to do a bit of contracting with you, because it's possible that during this section, you might get one of these sort of at you. I just want to check if anybody's got a problem with that. Is anybody? See, if you do, I think I saw someone wave up there. You might be making the mistake of thinking I'm that accurate, okay? So we'll see. So what I wanted to talk about, I'm going to have to step away from the microphone. It's going to get very bloody. Is tennis. Oh, there we go. Because I hate tennis. It's actually not true. I actually really like tennis. Oh, there you go. There's another one. I like tennis. Well, no, tennis hates me. That's really what I want to say. Because I've sort of been playing it off and on all my life. Anybody played a game that they've been playing off and on all their life and they have a bit of a love-hate relationship with? Yeah. So the... I like that one. That's good. Oh, there. I'll just keep him quiet for a bit. So the thing that I'm confronted with when I play tennis is the humiliation of my temperament. Because I'm not very good at it. It's a very harsh game because it throws up being not very good at it quite regularly. Actually almost every move, even good tennis players, supposedly expert ones, are quite regularly confronted. They just can't serve. Don't know why, just can't effing serve. And I face that all the time. And the point about that is that when that happens to me, I can't hide how annoyed and ashamed I am. I'm quite good at this, that's it. There we go. And that I find very difficult because that's always been the case ever since I was a kid. There we go. That's football. I've always, I've never been able to hide the fact that I'm upset when I mess it up. Never been able to hide it. You can keep it coming back. There we go. I'm going to make sure I get him at some point. That it upsets me. I don't find it easy, to admit that I can't do something. And yet, when I can't hide it, and I feel ashamed when I mess up, and I can't hide that fact that I'm ashamed, and I get into this to-do, and I went to a tennis camp when I was about 8. Anybody on one of those? And I was that kid who was sent to the back court and left there for the whole week, actually, and I couldn't do anything. I just couldn't hit a ball, and it was so shaming. And the thing is that some kids could hide their shame. Some boys, especially, they knew how to hide how ashamed they were, and I can't hide it. It's always in my face. So tennis throws that up for me. Like the fact that, I see it in my son, and what my son does is he doesn't play because he can keep him coming, because he learnt that from me, I think, because he can't do it either. And we were on holiday once, and nearly got you. We were in Spain, and there was nothing to do there except there was this tennis court. So I said, "Come on, let's go play." And we went and played, and this 10-year-old kid came, and he said, "Can I come and play with you?" Couldn't speak much English, but he could just about say that. And he came, and he I can't actually see up there. It's great. And shit. This 10-year-old kid thrashed me. He absolutely wiped the floor with me. And then at the end of the game, he just shrugged and walked off. And my son, you can imagine, he was 10, you can imagine what he was like. And I couldn't hide how ashamed I was of myself, of him watching me. You know that I'm not okay, you're not okay moment. That's really not on. You know, in our society, it's really not on. It's ugly to be humiliated by your own temperament, and that's what it felt like. So come on, let's get going here. Oh, 2. Yeah, there's another one. Hold on, I wanted to read something. I promised myself that if it got too hot, I'd take my trousers off. So I thought I could do that while playing as well. Oh, hold on, there we go. Because I haven't quite got them off yet. There we go. Is there another? Oh, is there? So, am I actually hitting anybody up there? So that's really what this is about. You know, I'm just ignoring it now. There you go. More, any more? There you go. Oh, and that's a shot you should never play, but I nearly got Steve. I got him. There we go. One of the things I do is I have people. Anyway, there's. So I wanted to read something actually that a student of mine wrote, because I think she puts it beautifully. I'm going to try and read this and play. So, are there any more balls? Okay. I look like I can play, don't I, when I do this? Well, apparently my grip's all wrong, and I can't do backhand. Anyway, I'm going to try and do this and read. So what she says is, I've inquired by testing one life against another. I have watched myself be one person, then another, then back again, and be none the wiser, resisting evolution despite myself. I have remained and reinforced some of the ties that bind me. I have ridiculed my own fear and condemned my own cruelty and coldness. I have wondered at my ability to persist in the banal torture of other mediocre players, particularly the way I play. And in my drama, and I've felt all along in the rumblings inside me and in the stinging tears that I still think I'm good. I long to acknowledge and love the self that is flawed. I long to acknowledge and love the self that is flawed. Yet how prepared am I to bear these deliberations and foibles for all to see, including my knees? The easy and apparent answer is that I am not. I am not prepared or willing in spite of myself and so much inquiry. And yet my observation is that we keep trying to bring our whole selves, make ourselves vulnerable, and explore the interstices of our weaknesses and wayward penchants in the hopes of making ourselves and each other better. We gather in the meeting of sincere, albeit partially hidden hearts. Thank you.